Good afternoon, Stevie.
Good afternoon, Darius.
Now it's a fine new week. We're 2 weeks away from the official election day.
Yes, we are.
But only 4 days away from the opening of pre-poll voting.
That's right.
And since we last heard from you, you had the drop-in session at St Paul's Gate.
Yes, we did. A support centre, actually.
Right.
A support centre. It started off slow, and it sort of got better. But Bob LeBrock popped down, and Robert Weston popped down, and a few other people popped down. I actually turned around to the others and said we might not have had the quantity, but we definitely had quality.
So do you think that 9 o'clock was too early to start on a Saturday morning?
Saturday morning, people are doing all sorts of things. They're recovering from the night before if they've been out and drinking.
Well, only if they can afford to drink.
If they can afford to drink. They're going out and doing their shopping in the morning. They're doing all sorts of things. Why come and see me unless you want to come and have a show? It's a different ball game.
So it picked up at about 11.
It picked up about 11, and then we finished at 1:45 because he wanted to chuck us out at 1 o'clock.
Now, obviously, we had the controversy that day of Mary insulting Guy.
Oh yes, I actually that was so stupid. She told me, and when I arrived, she said, "Stevie, I'm in the poo." I said, "What have you done?" She said, I don't think sometimes. I said, well, you've got to engage your brain before you speak. I said, that's the first thing you've got to do. Don't ever speak and then wonder about it afterwards. I said, I've done it. I did it at one of the hustings when I turned around and said the Jersey Police website is illegal. I didn't mean to say that. It's misleading. It should be jerseypolice.je, not jerseypolice.co.uk, which confuses the issue completely. We're not members of the UK. We never will be.
And despite what it says in the JEP, where she claims to have made an apology to Guy, she still hasn't. Do you think that she should?
To be quite honest with you, Mary can be very funny sometimes. I don't mean funny, I mean funny, if you understand my meaning of that. Really and truly, look, if she wants to apologise to him, then she can. I mean, we were having this sort of unofficial affair that everybody saw when we were sitting next to each other, and then the last two hustings we sort of been miles apart. But the one thing about it, and this is it, I have won. Nobody had a laptop. Nobody had a laptop last night at all. Everybody had to think and use their brain, and what a difference.
So last night, who were you sitting next to last night then, Steve? At Trinity?
No, not Trinity.
Not Trinity, St Martin's, sorry.
St Martin's, on my left I had Christine May, and on my right I had Guy.
And how did that go?
It went fine. I had a good laugh. One of the questions was, what would you do with sorting out the situation with the chief officers? And I turned around and said, well, obviously, I said few days back, who runs the island, the council of ministers or the chief officers that bully them? And I turned around and said, well, if I can ascertain that it's the chief officers that actually bully them, I will then exile them all to the Ecrahos, and they can go over on the Liberation if it doesn't conk out before it gets there.
Now, we did have one little problem. Somebody suggested a film studio, which is very much your idea.
It is my idea, but not a Fort Region, and it wouldn't work. And I don't really think that would be a good idea, because you would probably murder Mary if that's the case. And besides that, we have the Gloucester Hall up there as well, which I've also performed in. So it's not just a sports centre, a conference centre, it's also a place of entertainment that is used quite frequently.
Well, in fact, I happen to know that it's the only conference centre in Jersey that can take a sizable conference. There's lots of small conference facilities, but that's the only large conference facility.
It is the big ones where they've had sort of the Irish conference, that was held there, and there's been a few other conferences as well.